Okay, now we're going to look at an exponential function, and we're asked to find the domain, range, and y-intercept. Well, we can take care of the domain and y-intercept fairly quickly just by analyzing the function itself. The domain, remember, is all values of x that are allowed to be put in to the function, and 2 to a power. X is the only thing that is inputted, and it's an exponent. There are really no limitations on that. We can put in negatives, 0, or 1, and we'd still get real answers. So we can express that, the domain, by saying x for all values from negative infinity to positive infinity, and that's the interval notation. Next, let's talk about the y-intercept. Y-intercepts are really easy to find. Put 0 in for x, 2 to the 0 plus 2. Well, anything to the 0 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. So the coordinates of our y-intercept are 0, 3. And that brings us finally to the range. And we'll set up the notation, all values of y included in the set. For that, we sort of need to look at the graph. Now, there's lots of ways to graph. Graphing calculator. You can use Google. Just type in the search omnibar a function like y, graph y equals 2 to the power of x plus 2. This is how you would input that, by the way. Google can do really easy graphing. 2, you do caret x, and plus 2. If you enter that into a Google search, it should give you the graph. And it looks about like this. I want to note 2 and 3. Here's my y-intercept. It is an exponential that increases without bound. But going to the left, you'll notice it levels off, and you can follow the cursor on there, and it levels off at 2. And notice that is part of the function. That is a horizontal asymptote. And so basically all values of y start at 2 and go up to infinity from there. So instead of a parentheses, I'm going to make a bracket, and then we will say from 2 to positive infinity. And that gives us our domain, our y-intercept, and finally the range of the function.